Are we on?
It says you're live, but it's orange. But it's not showing. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. It.
Well, no, I'm seeing it now.
Well, the numbers are really sporadic.
No.
We got $1 Patreon from Ivan Torres. Looks like it might be stabilizing actually.
If I hit play, it's not letting me launch it though. Oh.
Oh, $2 from Vanessaria saying third time's the charm, right? I don't know if anyone could hear that.
Oh, I saw it pop up. It's saying video output low.
It actually looks like it's stabilized on my end. I've got green. Oh wait, no, it went red again.
Or okay, saying if we all donate, can try pay for better internet. When it was just when we were off, it was he's saying I'm gonna call Spectrum tomorrow and inquire about about business internet. I have no idea how much that would cost, but it
I
might
mean,
be
what do
worth.
you pay for your internet?
Mine is I want to say it's like $95 a
Oh,
month, but that's like uh really fast. That's like 600 up and or it's that's like 200 up and
200 up.
600 down.
200 up. I mean, geez. I mean,
Well, there's also a
yeah, but see, that's still more than I'm paying. I mean, I I feel like business internet. I looked up a little bit, but I couldn't get a lot of information. I mean, it would be over $100, but like, I mean, if it works, I mean, I gotta have it work.
I mean it's there's a $1.99 from Gaming Blows saying just in case it's my last chance to donate. It just keeps on dropping
Does it
and did it drop
appear? Does it
today?
appear at all?
I mean, I see us. Yeah, it says live, but it's just
Well, now it looks it's green. It's green on
just
my
I
end.
go with it. Just go with it. Just play. And I can talk about high score. I've really wanted to talk about high score.
I mean, are we on? Are we on? Do people hear
As far
us?
as I know, I think we're on. Are we on? This
I don't
thing
know.
on?
I'm not seeing any response in the chat.
Yeah, it's saying yes. It's okay now. I'm wondering if it's a YouTube problem.
Maybe I
I mean,
need to.
maybe not.
Well, no, because I was getting those low
Yeah, you're.
numbers on speed test.
Yeah. And now it's. Chris getting
Nintendo is
1080p.
throttling me.
Yeah, they might be. Uh. Anyways, I've watched the first 5 up to the video game violence episode of High Score, and I mean I think overall it's decent. I just wish that they spent more time with like a lot of the people. I think that it's interesting because they clearly could only get certain people to interview. You know, like when they did stuff on Final Fantasy, I thought it was pretty interesting that they got a mono instead of uh, like anybody like else. Honestly, I think that made for a very interesting person to talk to. But then they interview him like his interview is like 3 minutes. You know, uh, you know they do the section on Night Trap is interesting because it's basically the entire exact same story that's told in our documentary. Just like one specific part about the about the what the augurs were and everything, and it's just he's telling the story very, very similar
I'm sure
to
he's
how
told the story many times, you know.
well, but it's never been anywhere
Yeah.
before ours. I mean, it's just very. My friend Chris, he's like, I just watched the part with Night Trap. I mean, because he's liking the documentary, and he said, I just watched the Night Trap part, and yours is way better. I'm like, well, yeah, because it's only a 10-minute segment.
Oops, come on.
We had a 2 pounds from Heads Up Don't Shoot saying I'm wet a dad. Not sure what that exactly means, but thank you. I had $5 from Aaron Welsh saying make sure Sandy isn't chewing any cords. She will not be ignored.
She is thankfully not a cord chewer.
But anyways, there was a lot of stuff in there that I just wish they spent more time with, and I get the feeling that maybe not all the people that were writing it really knew the subject matter very much, mainly because for me I just thought it was really weird that there's a whole bit about fighting games, and like the narration calls them fight games.
Really?
Which is I thought it was really weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's interesting because the narration is Charles Martinet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the narrator.
Well, that's actually kind of awesome.
It is, yeah, I mean it's pretty neat, and it's I was talking to Joe Rediford, like my favorite part was like listening to Charles Martinet like talk about how awesome Sega is. So, I mean, that was funny, and I mean, his narration. I'm not sure if it's like the kind of narration that I would prefer for it, but I mean, he seems to do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I mean, he did the narration for Bit Trip Runner 2, which I thought.
Oh, that's right.
I thought he had like a fun tone for that game.
Yeah. No, it's not just like fighting games. He like says it many times. He's like fight games.
Fight games. That's oof. I mean, I don't like fighting games, but I'm not gonna call them fight games.
Yeah. But I mean, what I've seen so far, I just wish that they spent more time with a lot of people. And I think that it is a series that I think they're just trying to cover a lot as quickly as they could, but it could have really stood to have. Is the stream gonna die?
Oh no.
The flatline. Oh, no. Oh, now it's saying video output low. Maybe. This is like ridiculous tonight.
Yeah.
But I just think that they could have made it like a bigger thing. Like they could have made it more episodes and spent more time with people. Like the whole stuff with Roberta Williams was amazing.
Oh, I've heard she's really hard to get.
Yeah, and she has this.
Like I've heard she hasn't really do interviews lately.
Well, her
So that
interview.
surprised me.
I mean, I'm not sure if she's really.
Get refund on your Spectrum bill. I wish.
feel like if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to do a redo on this stream, because like this is like something that people really want to watch. I think, obviously, clearly they do, and I don't think that anybody wants to watch me play this. But
Are we
the whole-
on?
Yeah, yes, it seems to be running okay now. It is very, very much a casual documentary, but there's some stuff in there that was unexpected. I love seeing the stuff with the guy who about the guy who did the Channel F, like the guy who invented cartridges, essentially.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool seeing him get a lot of. Oh, whenever I pause my speaking, sorry, I'm trying to stay as quickly, I'm just like as on it as much as I can, but I pause a lot when I'm speaking. But the stuff with the Channel F guy was really good, and he's no longer living, but you get to see his son talking about him and everything. He just looks like the nicest guy in the photos. But the stuff with Roberta Williams I thought was amazing, and I wish that they spent more time with her, because it was like it didn't even get into King's Quest at all.
What? How can you talk about her without getting into King's Quest?
Right. I mean, it didn't really get into
What
King's
did she even
Quest.
talk about?
About her first game.
Oh.
Which is like, I don't know, but the thing that I thought was so cool about it is her explaining how she created this world. She had no idea how to create a text adventure, because she originally created her first game as a text adventure, and the way she did is she took a huge piece of paper and laid it on a table and started drawing each place and showing how they're all connected. It's essentially creating a giant map.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really fascinating, and I wish that they had spent more time with her, because without even getting into King's Quest at all. I need to talk less so I use less bandwidth.
What's weird though is as we've been dropping, the connection to me and Coury has
been fine.
Has been staying strong. It's crazy.
Now we're back up to 341.
Well, that's not bad.
Let's see what happens. But just in general, I mean, I'm not sure. I think I have 2 more episodes left. The next one's going to be about Doom.
How many are there?
I think there might be 7.
How long is each one?
An hour. Maybe 50 minutes or so, actually. But I think that it just would be... They could have spent an entire episode on one person if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there probably would have been... I think that it would have been much smarter to just do it that way, instead of trying to cram so much into each one, because they all have this very similar flow to them, where they always have this section in the middle that's more about the esports, or the modern repercussions of equivalent of what the subject is about,
mm-hmm.
or esports or something like that. They always kind of try to relate it to modern stuff, which I don't think is really necessary.
Maybe they're afraid that young people will get bored if there's no mention of the games that they can relate to.
Yeah, it's very, very well shot. I mean, they have probably had a crazy budget for it. I'm not a huge fan of the animated things that they do. They do these animated graphic looking cutscene type things when they're trying to someone's telling a story, they'll animate it
they did that kind of stuff in the Toys That Made Us too.
Yeah, well, it just annoyed me because the scan lines don't line up.
I should have got us to do it.
So that kind of thing, and I also have a is it? I'm seeing people saying The video output is low.
It looks fine. It looks fine on my end.
Yeah. we had a $4.99 donation from Brux. That's one of my favorite names. Brux. Saying, "Hey jerks, your great Game Boy video made me notice for the first time my SD has an interlaced screen. Love everything you do. Great work as always." So that's the thing I'm really interested to try as soon as I get back home. Is that apparently you can adjust like a potentiometer on the when you open up the back of the system. There's a potentiometer on the back of it, and you can turn that and fix the interlacing effect. So when I get home, I'm going to be opening up my regular Game Boy with the 101 screen in it and see if I can fix it. Screen's dead. It's offline again.
My numbers aren't bad. My numbers are fine. But anyway, the potentiometer supposedly it wouldn't. The reason I didn't get into it, like I learned about it over the course of working on the video, but the reason I didn't get into it is because it wouldn't have an effect on the new screens.
Right.
So I just didn't, I just thought, well, it's kind of off topic, even though it feels like it's maybe important. But yeah, also, a lot of people were talking about, the visual effect of that, what I just described as this really bizarre ghosting. A lot of people said that they believe that is, I guess a lot of gaming monitors have a feature called overdrive, which you can adjust, where it's trying to sort of fight against some of the, that the sound effect on that door is a wooden door, just like in the original version. They didn't fix it. They could have. But then, see this, the vanish cap effect is not true. But that, I've never seen it emulated correctly. So I'm not sure what they could do.
We had a $5 donation from Mike Dwyer. It says, "Not interested until there is an FPGA port. CPUs are of the past."
Well, I mean, really, an FPGA has...
They wouldn't really change it for this. I mean, this is not
Yeah, but an FPGA has a CPU in it. I mean, that's just part of, the logic that you build for an FPGA is a CPU, but also a GPU and also sound processing and, all kinds of stuff.
We also got a $5 donation from for Love of the Game, who says, "Have you learned your lesson in streaming illegal pirate clean room reverse engineered ports?" Well, they probably wouldn't feel the need to pull the stream if that was what was happening, if it wasn't for if I was playing, because I wouldn't do a very good job at showing this off.
Well,
it's too slippery for me. But I think just in general, I mean, we're back up to 450. This is the sweet spot. She has nice and mellow. I was hoping we were going for the gold though tonight. We're going for the gold. It was 850. It was gonna happen. Now it's not.
Spectrum had to ruin everything.
Yeah. You should tell that to him when you call him tomorrow. How many stars do you have?
You can see right there.
29.
This is one of the levels that I always get all the stars on when I'm doing a quick run, because I feel like this is possibly the quickest 6 stars. I mean, when I say all the stars, I'm not including the 100 coin star.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get back up to 850. That'd be amazing if we did. So when I came down here, I brought the bomb hot sauce to my brother.
Oh yeah? Does he like hot stuff?
Yeah. And he was like, "Ooh."
Woo! What do you eat it on?
On chicken wings.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, he was pretty into it. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I thought that maybe I just didn't like hot stuff, and
now you're like, did you
I
tell
don't
your
know.
brother that you're like a lot more into it than you used to be?
Well, I don't think that I thought. I guess I just didn't think my threshold was
As
where
high
it
as it
was.
is.
Yeah. We got a $2 donation from Warren Hope saying, "Thanks for all you do, bad internet or not."
Well, thank you. And thanks for saying that you'll call Spectrum and tell them they ruined everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might call tomorrow.
Yeah, just inquire about it.
I mean, because I feel like I've done everything I can when it comes to just using their normal service, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I shouldn't be forced to buy a business account, but I mean, you know, their residential internet services are interfering with my business, so
My business.
it's true.
Aaron Welsh says that your woohoo is now more iconic than Charles Martinet's woohoo.
I don't know about that.
We should only we could watch Charles Martinet eat and hear like the noise that he would make. Gaming Blows with $1.99 says just get your own modem and router.
Trust me, that with these people, that is not the solution. I mean, I don't know if you also have Spectrum, but see, here's my rationale. Because I did buy my own modem and router at one point, but then guess what? You call Spectrum and they're like, "Oh, well, I guess you better call Motorola," or you know, whoever the heck makes your router. You call Motorola, and it's like, "Well, guess you better call your ISP."
Yeah.
You know,
it probably is Charles Martinet. It probably is that's how you really pronounce it. I've always just said Martinet.
yeah, it is Martin.
Yeah. I think that in my mind, I knew that was correct. That Martinet is correct, but I just didn't say it like that.
And the other thing,
was saying it that way.
the other thing about, you know, using Spectrum's equipment is, you know, I was having trouble, you know, when I was, you know, trying to, I couldn't even find anything locally when I was looking for what was available locally, like, you know, for stuff that was supposed to work for, you know, the service that I have. And, you know, the thing I like about it is I'm entitled to ask for a replacement anytime I want.
Yeah.
You know? So, I wanted to buy my own at one point, but I did, but then, you know, it was a problem.
I really like my Nighthawk, my Netgear Nighthawk.
I mean, some of those high-end routers are so expensive, though.
Yeah. We have a $5 donation from Mike Dwyer saying, "Serious question. Don't answer if you're allowed, but does YouTube Premium help?" I think it does. I mean, it shows a separate, like, monetary amount, and I personally think that I use YouTube Premium mainly because I thought it would, like, it's not cool for me to be a content creator and, like, use, like, ad block.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use ad block on YouTube. I have it disabled on YouTube.
Right. But I really think that I get my money's worth with YouTube Premium. I mean, I've had it for, I guess I originally got it so I could watch Cobra Kai, which is on Netflix now, and if you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
Oh, it is on Netflix, huh? That's,
yeah, it just came out like 2 days
surprising.
ago. YouTube is no longer doing YouTube Premium content.
Oh, okay.
So,
the turning on these poles feels off. I don't know if it could be a controller issue or something, but, like, sometimes he doesn't seem to turn right away. It's weird. Like, he seems stiff turning. So there was a $5 from someone at EB Chill 2.
Oh, saying, "Try great video on the Game Boy. Your most iconic quote to me is, 'Turn that crap off.'" You say it in this one?
No, I don't think that's something I said on the original Game Boy video either. He must be. Was that on the? Was that on the? That was earlier than the 4K video episode, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I feel like it was TV settings though.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Like 120 hertz mode, or something like that.
It's like RGB 103 or something.
Yeah. The point of YouTube Premium is that they remove all ads. And yes, you can use ad block to do that exact same thing, but I choose not to use ad block because as a content creator, like, I would rather use, like, have that and use that, have that support other people who make videos.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I use ad block, but not on YouTube. You know, I mean,
right? I mean,
it's just because I mean the ad revenue is huge for us. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's a lot of ad revenue, but I'm saying it's, you know, it's the bulk of what we get. You know.
Yeah. For Love of the Game, with $2, says, "Would Mario 64 exist if Sonic was never made?"
I'm not.
Probably not in its current state. I'm sure that they probably had some sort of influence on that.
Oops. I wanted to see if I could do the trick to get to that other one. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I'm not really sure what. Oh no! Ah, I got squirrely. Almost that.
Silent Jet 85 is saying, "The only reason I use YouTube Premium is because there's no way to use ad block on the mobile and Roku apps," and that's true.
That is true. Yeah. It is. I mean, that is a good case for it because, you know, a lot of times I'll be looking on my phone and, you know, if I'm answering comments on my phone and it's like, what game at, you know, this time code, I have to watch an ad on my phone, sometimes 2 ads, you know, to answer that.
Yeah.
There have been fewer, what games on the Game Boy episode than I expected. But one that I expected to get a lot was, it's got one of the Puyo Puyo characters in a bikini on the Game Boy Color screen. And I did expect that to get a lot of what games. And it has.
If America doesn't have enough fiber, shouldn't it eat more opium? Like fiber internet. Maybe if it had, maybe it needs, what is that stuff called? It's not like, Metamucil. That's $2 from Jacob 60617. Thank you. Saying, is this the real PC port of the game?
I mean, there's no official, if that's what you mean by real, but this is something that came about recently where through decompiling and reverse engineering the game, people were able to make new source code that is functionally exact to the original.
It's a real passion project, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable what has been done here. I mean, you do still need data from the original, like the original graphic assets and stuff like that. So technically, you do have to use the original game to compile your own version. But I mean, it's very much like a fan patch
Right.
in that regard, where the code of the fan patch is completely legal because it doesn't include data of the game. It's you know, it's original data that is meant to be plugged into other data. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very interesting situation where this is running natively on Windows hardware. This is not emulated. I mean, it is absolutely bonkers how well this plays.
It's like if it had been originally released.
I mean,
for Windows.
it's almost better than that. Like, it's hard to imagine like a real Windows port being any closer than this. Like, this is pretty crazy. Like, there is, other than that one thing that I noticed with the like turning on the poles, and that could just as easily be a controller issue. I mean, I didn't notice that when I was going against Cooper the Quick.
There's also been some fan ports up to the Vita and 3DS. Some people are saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3DS and Vita.
I mean, I'd love to see something like this on like GameCube or Wii. Like, that would be awesome.
Well, didn't Duke say he installed it on his 3DS or something?
Oh, you just mentioned 3DS, so
Yeah. And he said it just like works amazing. Maddie Divine, the library channel is official, but I haven't like updated in like a year, so there might be only like 3 things on there.
what channel?
It's like the library, like LBRY.
Oh yeah. I still don't quite grasp what that
Yeah,
is.
I don't quite grasp it either, but I should
Bob is pretty consistent at supporting it, isn't he?
Yes, yeah. Honestly, I just forgot about it for a little while, or for a long time, honestly.
Whenever I'm doing a quick run of this game, I always waver on whether to get just this one required star in this level or whether to get more. Some days I'm good at playing a bunch of stars in this level quickly, and other days not so much.
We got a $3 donation from Gestrol saying your vids are like no other, guys. Keep it
No
up.
other?
Like no other.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we do our best. And you're like gonna be diving into Analog Frontiers 3.
Yep, I'm going to get into it this week.
You need like a little bit of a rest after that IPS screen video, and now you're heading back in.
Yep.
When I get back, I'm gonna be working on finishing up the
I always struggle with this.
EverDrive updates video, which is, you know, I've recorded all my on camera and like written it and recorded my entire voiceover, so it's basically just editing at this point.
I always struggle with the perspective of going through those rings. I don't know what about it throws me off.
That's because it's not as good as Superman 64. We got a $3 donation from EB Chill 2, who says, "How is this compared to the Wii U one?" Well, we haven't played it, but that one.
I assume you mean Wii U, like the official virtual console?
Yeah, or maybe just the port of it, of this.
Is there a port, like a homebrew on Wii U of this?
There might be. Maybe that's what Duke was talking about.
I mean, I'd love to try it on Wii U, but I mean, this is absolutely better than any virtual console version. I mean, this is. I mean, it's widescreen too, and I haven't seen any issues with the widescreen. Like sometimes when you force widescreen on, like, you know, a GameCube game or something, like you'll see like characters like kind of pop in or out, like at the edge of the screen where they would normally be not seen. I haven't seen anything like that with this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, you know, I like to fancy myself a pretty knowledgeable Mario 64 player. I'm no speedrunner, and I don't really watch speedrunning, so I don't know, you know, a lot of the crazier stuff, but you know, I can say based on my experience and assessment of Mario 64, like this is incredible. Like I really have no complaints. Like it's just incredible. It is.
Warren Hokie is wondering what the input lag is like.
I mean, you know, I am using a wireless controller, but I mean, it's not emulation. So, I mean,
so there's no emulation layer.
Right. But I mean, you know, it's entirely possible there is some kind of input lag. You know, I don't know, you know, what the pipeline of how it goes through the CPU and the GPU, but I mean, but it's running natively on Windows hardware. I mean, like I've said many times, I'm not sure that any analog stick you can use with it, I'm not sure if it's as robust as what you can do with a real N64 controller. But
so as a person, oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's really freaking good.
So as a person that that you, such as you, is a connoisseur of Mario lore and everything. Is there a canon explanation of why Mario can no longer breathe underwater?
No.
Or is it just gameplay? Only for gameplay reasons.
Yeah, I guess.
We got a new member. We got Jamie White as a new member.
Thank you.
Welcome. And be sure to hop into the Discord if you can.
And check out that game club.
Check out the game club. For some Rondo blood action. We had a $6.99 in Canadian dollars.
Oh, thank you.
From Sasha Valancourt. Thank you. Saying, you guys ever heard of the Render 96 mod for the PC port, which upgrades the visuals to make the game look like the original SGI renders?
Oh,
Wow.
I think I heard of that. I don't know if I do have another version. I don't think that's it, but it does have some updated assets. But I think it's more like a modern Mario. Like it's I think the model might be ripped from Mario Odyssey.
Interesting.
Do I want to get the star here?
That sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, I'd love to try that version. I'll after I'm done, you know, assuming my internet is still holding, I'll tinker a little bit with the version that I do have that has some updated models and some, you know, what I assume are like probably like AI upscaled textures and stuff, which is usually something I'm not that big of a fan of, but. But I decided to play this because this is a pretty old computer I'm playing on, and I was getting some stutters with the more HD version. And plus, I just wanted to play a version that, you know, where I could really see whether there was anything wrong with it.
Right.
And there's really not. It's pretty insane.
There's a $2 donation from Chris saying, I think the graphics rendering is kind of emulated.
I mean, I guess that might be possible. I mean, like I said, the one graphical thing that is not working correctly is the like the vanish cap and teleportation effect. Like it usually is a noise pattern that I've never. I mean, it's possible that there's some emulation that does it correctly, but I've never seen it done correctly. I'm hardly an emulation connoisseur.
So on my way down here to Florida, I bought a huge box of Game Fan magazines from Henry Clark, who's in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Some good stuff. I showed it to my brother, and he's like, just look at this. Look at this full color layout. Full like page screenshots.
And is he just like, yeah?
No, I think that he was like interested and thought it was it was cool. Like they don't do stuff like this anymore.
You know, speaking of magazines, so last week during the stream, I mentioned that I had discovered that there is a Kirby e-reader card that has like a sliding puzzle game on it, and I hate those games, but I was kind of like, is this a physical Kirby game? Do I need to own it because it's a physical Kirby game? And I looked on eBay. It's like $30. It's like not an amount of money I couldn't pay, but also like I felt super dirty considering spending $30 on an e-reader card. I didn't do it, but I was contemplating it. And it might have been Henry Clark in the chat. I forget if it was him or someone else who said that that's in Nintendo Power issue 175. And I meant to look at the end of the stream and I forgot. But then I looked. I looked the next day, and lo and behold, I have it. And then it was asked in our Patreon Discord, well, do you have the Pokemon Eon card that is in, or EON? I don't know how you're supposed to say it. In issue, I think it's 173. Then yeah, I do, completely untouched. And that was not something I was aware of. And so it turns out that there's this e-reader card for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It's the only way to do some in-game event where I assume you get some rare Pokemon card. And apparently it's the most expensive issue of Nintendo Power. Like even over like any of the the early ones. Like it's the most expensive issue. And like it looks like just the insert with the card can go for like $200 or more.
What?
Yeah. So like I might consider not keeping that. I'd like a replacement of the issue that doesn't have the card.
Right.
But yeah, it's apparently pretty valuable.
Wow. So I can show you some of the issues that I got. I got May 1994.
Oh, I mean, anything 94 is a good one, you know?
Yeah, it's got Chuck Rock Racing on the cover. I think it's called retitled to. It says right here. It says Chuck Rally, but I'm pretty sure it was retitled to BC Racers.
Oh, that game that was like on. There was like a bunch of versions of that game, like on 32X and stuff, right?
Look at this great, like Super Metroid spread in here. Look at that.
I can't really see it.
Oh, Henry Clark says he agreed to swap issues with you.
Yeah. I've been mulling that over. Maybe we should converse about that this week.
See, listen to this. This is just, it's great going back to like reading something from 1994 and finding something that is actually like so true. You know, like the words that he wrote in here are very true. He says, there comes a time in every serious gamer's life when all priorities and responsibilities must go out the window. And you found a game so special that you absolutely must lock yourself away until the final goal is achieved.
I know that feeling.
Buy a big lock, Metroid is here. To say the 15 hours I spent with Samus was fun would be a gross understatement. To say they were the best 15, that they were 15 of the best hours I have ever had with a game would be much more accurate. I mean, that's great, right?
Yeah.
For many people, like this.
And that is a statement that has remained true to this day.
Yes. It says, the way this industry is going, we sure could use more games like this. Or, should I say, experiences like this.
But nowadays, there's too many Metroidvanias.
Yeah, right? Someone took that a little bit too literally. Look at this. Here's a Crusader Senti. Apparently it's going to be called Laguna Senti.
Laguna Senti?
Yeah, Laguna Senti.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense because it's Ragna Senti.
Right.
I wonder if that's actually what it was going to be called, but like that was just like their resident guy who understands Japanese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was probably like, they probably were just like, oh, like let's swap the R's with L's.
Right.
That's probably what it's going to be called. Like I think didn't an issue of EGM preview Monster World 4 and call it like
Pepe Ragu.
Pepe Ragu. But wasn't there another one where they were like the Pepalog?
Yeah, Pepe Log. Yeah.
The Pepe Log. Oh no.
That was a game fan. They called him Pepe Log.
Pepe Log. Pepe Log.
But look at this. It's even got Bare Knuckle 3 in here.
Oh man.
And even Mortal Kombat 1 for the Sega CD.
Can we just get up here this way?
There's some things they reviewed in this. See, there's something I forgot about Game Fan here is because at one point they just started making the actual reviews, like the numbers really huge, and each reviewer had to write one sentence about it, which is no fun. When they had like a big text box, not even a big text box, a little text box.
I mean, Nintendo Power had a similar format to where there was like, you know, all the categories were you know, broken down. You know, you had your graphics and sound and gameplay and whatever. Right. And then they would have like 3 of the editors give like 1, maybe 2 sentences about their thoughts.
Right. And I mean, I like something a little bit more meat. And then it's more akin to like a Pepe Log.
Old Pepe Log.
Oh, look at this. Here it is. I'll have to show this to Duke. It's like the columns 3 guy, and he's like in all these different positions.
Oh! I wonder if there's some that are never seen anywhere else.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if he's in the manual. I think I have the manual, but I haven't really looked.
When I was at the 8-Bit Hall of Fame today, I passed up on getting a sealed copy of Golf Magazine Presents 36.
Oh.
It's $25, which is like pretty good for a sealed copy of it.
What does it go for not sealed?
They had one that was cart only. It's $8.
Oh, but you gotta have a box for Genesis.
Yeah, it was a cardboard box.
I know, but
Still.
Whew, that Ristar though, you said that was like $140?
$140, yeah. So I'm down to like 2 more black box Genesis games today. And unfortunately one of them is Chicky Boys.
Oh, did you see a copy?
No, they had a cart only of it. It was $40. But all I need is I mean, I don't have them in my possession, but I have 3 coming. I have Biohazard Battle coming. I have Alien Storm and Toki going ape spit coming. And so the last 2 that I need is Chicky Boys and Home Alone, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone. I almost bought Home Alone the other day, but then it says, "Oh, this is actually a reproduction."
Oh, why would who would make a reproduction of frickin' Home Alone?
It's like a $25 game. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna bother with that one. I think there's a. Oh, I know how to get there. There is another way to get that one. I know how I get it.
We got a $2 donation from Jonathan G saying, "Do you spend the extra for Genesis games with manuals?" For the most part, I try to.
There's
certain ones that I feel like I need to. I mean, I'm going to get in this position once I get all the black box Genesis games, where my copy of Moonwalker does not have a manual, and it's the only one out of all of them that don't have a manual, and I know it's going to annoy me. I've been looking for a manual for Moonwalker, just like standalone. Like there's a ton of reproduction manuals on eBay, but I've only seen an official manual pop up one time, and it was $40 by itself.
What was I gonna say? I mean, one of my local stores, I got a really affordable copy of Hyperstone Heist with the box because they started selling Genesis games at the same price as SCART only if they don't have the manual, but they do have the box. So I will absolutely pay the lesser price to have no manual if the price is right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, for just like any old game, I'm fine with it not having the manual. But now that if I'm close to having this complete set of the black box games, I just want to have the manuals for it.
I saw there was a $10 donation.
There was a $10 donation from Cube Quatch.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's saying, hey, it says, "Hey dudes, thanks for the great video. Question: Do you know of a GameCube component cable to SCART adapter to plug into a G-SCART? And would it run in 480p on a monitor that supports 480p?"
I would recommend getting the component to RGB from Mike Cheap. It's part of the Retrode series. I mean, it's just branded. Huh?
The comp to RGB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if it was connected to a 480p compatible monitor, it would be 480p.
Yeah. And that should absolutely work for what you need it to. What do you think the value of that collection would be? Black box Genesis games with manuals? I mean, it's not really too crazy, I don't think. I mean, a lot of them are not expensive games, like stuff like Pat Riley basketball, Joe Montana football, and Joe Montana's like sports talk football, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of that kind of stuff.
I mean, what is the number one most valuable, you would say?
Which one is the most valuable?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I should know this like off the top of my head.
I mean, the thing is, like, it might be one that you had all along, and the price went up, and you just don't even know.
Let me look at my photo of them. Let's see. I mean, out of the big grid ones, I mean, it's entirely possible that Truxton might be the most valuable.
How much is that worth?
Well, the one I saw today was 140. I do not have the Punisher.
By the way, this is Wiggler, since you seemed
Wiggler.
to not know who Wiggler was.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on.
Oh. Gaming Blow said 800 viewers and I do hard drugs. And we just passed 807.
Oh no. Please don't.
Ghostbusters would be up there for those. And I bet Herzog's Y is probably up there now too. Now that the Sega Ages version is out in Japan, I can't wait till that comes out in the US. I will be definitely buying that day one.
I got Ghostbusters like a year or two ago from Paul Sutton for a pretty good deal.
Oh yeah. Moonwalker would be up there too. Like I feel like Moonwalker and Truxton are the probably most expensive big grid black box ones. And for the small grid black box, it's definitely Chicky Boys and Alicia Dragoon as the expensive ones.
Where is the fifth secret? Oh, I know. It's the top of the
There's a $4.99 donation from Coury Carlson. Thank you, saying only a semi-serious question, but I could get you. Can I get try to try the Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne if I send you a copy of the HD remaster for Switch? Are you planning on getting that?
Wait,
anyways?
I didn't even know that existed. That's a thing?
Isn't it like free or something like that?
Free? What?
Or what's the one that's coming out? Is it Nocturne? Yeah, it would be. It was like at the very end of the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, when was there a Nintendo Direct?
Like maybe it was like a month and a half ago now.
Was it an indie direct? I may have missed it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like was it like a partner showcase or something like that? Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD got announced for next year.
Interesting.
And that was a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a game I am intrigued to try. You know, I have tried like outside of Persona, which is only like loosely kind of SMT. I mean, it's probably as much SMT as Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy. You know, it uses some of the same spell names and stuff, but or like how compare Bravely Default to Final Fantasy, baby. I don't know, but I played SMT4 on 3DS, like not a ton of it. I played.
Is 3 supposed to be the best one?
It's pretty popular. I played a bit of Devil Survivor Overclocked, which is again a pretty different sort of game. I just couldn't really get into either of them. And I understand that SMT3 is a pretty dense game in terms of just you know, everything you gotta learn to do to play it. But I know that people are very passionate about that one.
Apparently, it has DLC that has. It's gonna have DLC that has Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, that's odd.
Coury saying, "Man, if it's something you're intrigued by, I don't mind sending a spare copy your way."
Well, I would not refuse. I don't know if it would exactly be good streaming material, but I would endeavor to, at the very least, have it appear in a video at some point.
Some people are learning a lot of new things from the way you're playing.
Really?
Anti-aliasing says, "Wait, you can ground pound the puddle at the top?" That was a while ago. I was saying, I didn't know you could go through that wall.
Well, you know, like I said, like this trick that I just now did, like that's just something that me and a friend found back in the day. I have no idea if that's like something people commonly do. You know, if that, you know, what any speedrun tactics are. I don't know what speedrunners do. I just know what I do. There's some tricks that I'm not quite confident in doing anymore, but you know, me and a friend did back in the day. By the way, anti-aliasing, our good buddy Drumble, who runs the Backloggery, he said during the Backloggery stream this past Monday, he said I caught a little bit of the MLiG stream last night, and the best username I've ever seen was in there, anti-aliasing. Well, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
You know, we should have him on our stream sometime.
Drum, yeah.
Like that, wouldn't that be like?
Well,
weird?
haven't you?
It makes total sense, but it would just seem kind of weird at the same time. It's like
Has
you know
he
what I mean?
ever? You know,
He's never been on one of our streams.
Are you sure he hasn't?
I'm pretty sure, unless
Like we did like I feel like we maybe like at some point did a co-op thing, like when you were out of town. I've definitely considered doing something like that.
Honestly, I don't think so. Which is crazy to me, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a good advertisement for your guys' Monday stream too.
Yeah. Well, there've been a few people who have come over to the Monday streams from MLiG streams. Not a lot, but a few.
There is a $5 donation from Adam Magdaleno, who says, I wish people would try porting more games to the PC. I was just playing Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, but the Dolphin widescreen mod made the cutscenes look like nonsense. Like more nonsense than they already are. not nonsense in a bad way, but like nonsense in a doing a backflip off a missile kind of way.
But yeah, I mean, this is so incredible. Like I would be super into seeing more stuff like this done.
Is there somebody named whose username would be Robert D. Interlacer? Robert D. It's like the D should be the middle initial. Robert D. Interlacer.
Why am I struggling with this?
I don't know. But it would make sense to have Drumble on sometime. Like if you guys could co-op in person.
Well, you know what? We Drum and Lynn, we both co-op stuff with them during the Extra Life marathon.
Oh yeah, that's true. But that's not that wasn't
like a normal stream. Yeah, we should just have them on as a guest on normal streams.
Yeah. Looking back at Gerald Tan is saying, Gerald Tan is saying, looking back at Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes was a disappointing remake. They could really redo Metal Gear Solid now with modern graphics, and it would hold up really well.
I can't.
The jumping off nonsense. I mean, at the time, I feel like as a fan of the first Metal Gear Solid when it came out, I was very excited for Twin Snakes. And does that kill you? You lost your hat.
Yeah, there's actually a glitch you can do to get to like clone the hat, and like also like have Mario like holding the hat like in his hand. I forget exactly how you do it, but there's a glitch. Well,
yeah.
You were a fan of Kojima like before it was cool though, because you were. I just need to stop trying to get this star because I'm making a fool of myself.
I mean, like not before. I mean,
like well, I played Snatcher, yeah, like that is before it was cool.
I mean, I guess. I mean, like in some ways, sure.
But
I mean, I technically I like Metal Gear on the NES.
But. Yeah, but Kojima had nothing to do with that. But
right.
But I guess my point is like at that time I had only really played I'd only really played like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. And I feel like maybe that wasn't enough yet for me to really have a full sense of like what it meant to be a Hideo Kojima game. And so when Twin Snakes first came out, like I thought this is great. But then like going back and replaying it after, you know, the series continued on, you look at it, or at least I did, I'm like, whoa, this does not feel like Kojima at all.
Well, I think one of the big things that annoys me about it is that the Metal Gear Solid 2 gameplay like kind of breaks it.
Yeah, that's true. And
it's cool that they did that, but it basically just breaks everything that like I don't know, it just like it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, and you know, I remember thinking that like the graphical quality was on par, if not better, than Metal Gear Solid 2, and it is just absolutely not. But that, my initial impression, that's how I saw it.
I mean, the way that like as Azura is saying in the chat, like is saying that Kojima wanted Twin Snakes to be wildly different in the cutscenes. He encouraged Kitamura to go nuts with it, and I mean I think that's totally fine. The way I like to view it is that the original Metal Gear Solid is how it really happened, and Twin Snakes is kind of like telling the story of the legend Solid Snake.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or of course he does all this crazy stuff because it's unstoppable. I mean, he does some cool stuff in the original Metal Gear Solid, but nothing so much that he still feels. I mean, still feels like slightly human.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in fact, almost all the characters and like the bad guys in the original Metal Gear Solid feel possible.
Mm,
I mean, maybe not so much like Psycho Mantis is really the only odd one out, I feel like.
yeah.
But
Vulcan
you know,
Raven's a little crazy, but yeah, Psycho Mantis is definitely the odd man out, for sure.
right, but even he doesn't never feel as crazy as like someone like Vamp.
I mean, Vamp just had like some sort of crazy like cloaking technology or something, right?
But he can like run on water and stuff.
That's true.
I mean,
But like, you take, say, like, I don't know, like the Metal Gear Solid 3, you know, the Cobras, like they're pretty crazy, but I feel like they could all be plausible. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. The pain is pretty crazy. The bees.
Yeah.
The bees is yeah.
I mean, I think the real thing, the real discussion to be had about like all the villains in Metal Gear is Fat Man the worst?
The worst villain?
Yeah. I mean, there's just something about like a guy in like a bomb disarming suit on rollerblades that just is stupid to me.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Fat Man, I guess.
I think he is easily the worst out of all the characters. Yeah. Lord Execution is like, she's just a fat guy in roller skates. Live happy and be fat, he says. I mean, definitely the worst out of all of them. There was there's 2 donations. One, a $5 from Joshua Stanford saying, Psycho Mantis was my favorite just because he knew I'd play Symphony of the Night.
Ooh.
Doesn't he has one for his Suikoden too, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm not sure how many he has overall. Those are definitely 2 that I have seen though.
And there's also a $5 donation from Adam Magdaleno, who said, I used the gecko code for Dolphin. Twin snakes worked perfectly during gameplay, but when the cutscene started, it looked like a funhouse mirror. I mean, it sounds kind of awesome, actually. Like a funhouse mirror. Pain is dumb in the best possible ways. Yeah, I mean, it's creepy only because he's like, I don't like bugs.
I mean, the bees come like out of his body.
I know. And it's amazing to me that he has never like fallen in the water previously. Because that's how you beat him, right? Is he like has to fall? He falls in the water. And all the bees try to get out of him and like rip him apart.
Is that how it is? I don't know.
There's is that 20? Is that pound or euro? I think it's euro. Or 10. There's 10 euro from Broken Sticks saying having your opinions on the various Game Boy screen replacements was priceless. Here's a little of your costs back.
Oh, thank you.
It's really funny though. I mean, the main reason this episode ended up with the sponsorship. I mean, I don't know if it's like bad to say this, but like one of the main reasons like the video ended up with having a sponsorship because he's like, I gotta try to make some of this money back that I've spent on all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Unfortunately, the video like is not done as well as I assumed it would. Like Game Boy stuff, like I just assumed it was going to do really well. I mean, maybe like the IPS screen stuff is a little old hat by now. I don't know, but I still figured it would do really well. And I mean, it's done average-ish. I expect more views out of a Game Boy video, honestly. Especially considering how popular the IPS mod stuff has been, but you know, maybe the people who, you know, think they want it, you know, have already watched so much stuff on it. I don't know.
Sushi Odyssey is saying, I don't recall you guys having sponsors before, but maybe I'm forgetful. We've done sponsors, but they're always at the end of the episode.
Always at the very end of the episode.
Yeah.
And always something that's like not a conflict of interest.
Yeah, we'll never do anything on a game. Or like game hardware or anything like that.
Right.
There's a $4.99 from Retro Dream saying, Coury, I found a 20L5. It's on my table. So happy.
Whoa.
How much does your friend charge for a recap? I don't know yet. I got to pick it up on Wednesday. I'll let you know, but congratulations. I mean, I was actually surprised when he recapped mine. He's like, everything is working pretty good. It could use a good cleaning. Apparently Steve has like an industrial air blower. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to have those back. And also, I think I've talked about that little nick on the center of the screen. And when he was doing this, he's like, your screen has the protective coating on it. Do you want me to take off the protective layer? And I said, yeah. And he's like, it's gone. So, just got to get it back to my house without nicking it again. It should be good. Gerald Dan says, I have some caps. How much will your friend that charge and add to a PVM? I would just contact Steve at Retrotech. The thing is that for a recap, you gotta ship it. But if you live in the Midwest somewhere, it might be better to see if you could drop it off in person.
He's in Nashville, for reference.
Yeah.
Or near Nashville.
Yeah, I have no idea how much 20L5 go for these days. Just buying one. I mean, for me, it was just complete luck. And it was before like everything really picked up. It was just on a way out to like a dumpster. I have a friend who works at a TV station. Like, there's this PVM that's gonna be thrown out. Do you want it? And it just happened to be a 20L5. And even at the time, I didn't even realize.
You didn't know that was like, oh, that's a good.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was like a. Yeah, I didn't think it was like this. It was gonna do 480p or anything like that. And in fact, after I got it,
It probably skewed our perspective on like what to expect from PVMs for a while, because those were the first ones any of us got.
Well, no, you got a different one. You got a smaller one.
I know, but that was after you got yours. Like I didn't have a PVM at all for a while, and I remember. Yeah, I just remember I think I was working late, and you just like called me, and you just sounded like you were kind of like almost in a panic, like over like, oh my gosh, Ricky just called. And they've got like all these PVMs, and neither of us had even seen in person. Like it's so wild to me that we started the RGB thing without like having ever without even really understanding that PVMs were a pretty big part of that.
Yeah. But it's funny because I didn't even hook it up for a long time, because the day that I got it, I picked it up from him, and then like later on that night I went to see Elton John in concert. And then like the next day I got like super sick for several days, and then I just never, the PVM just sat there. I don't even think I got around to hooking it up for at least like a month or something. Anti-aliasing says, I saw a PVM once, but it was off.
Now, I remember just seeing like a gigantic PVM at MagFest one year, but again, you know, it was off, so I don't know what that one looked like. I don't know what model it was, but it was huge.
I'm not sure if Steve like does like specific sales or anything yet. I'm not sure. Like I just saw he just posted in the Facebook group. If anyone is interested in seeing what he gets, I recommend applying for and joining if you have a Facebook account. It's what is it?
Oh yeah, because he sells this stuff all the time.
I recommend joining the Professional and Broadcast CRT Monitors group, as well as the CRT collective. But Steve posts all the stuff that he gets right on there. He just like made a post about how he got he somehow just secured like 8 PVM 2030s or something. Oh, 6 of them. He's like, I just got a load of 6. That's right, 6 PVM 2530s dropped off.
You know, I
Also,
kind of want one of those.
That's cool because they have like those like the handles on it.
Yeah, and they're, you know, a little bigger. I mean, they're closer to like an arcade mod or Fidelity, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't realize that we were at 968 viewers.
Oh wow. Somehow we recovered. I don't know how.
I have no idea how we recovered. It's amazing. I feel like the stream is gonna die again before it's too late.
The dream wouldn't have died if we, you know, if it hadn't, you know, shut down or whatever.
Yeah, don't beat the game. Just gotta keep it going a little bit. 969.
Where's some?
Speaking
I should
of
get a couple of easy stars.
Which I watched, and it's also on the Voodoo account for you to watch. I watched Bill and Ted Face the Music yesterday. I've been looking forward to it.
Oh, so did that go direct to streaming?
It's like showing in like some theaters.
Oh, okay.
That are open, but it was available to purchase and to rent day one.
I see.
But you've never seen any of them, right?
No, I haven't. Do you have
Okay, well,
do you have all of them on there?
Well, the first the new one was like $25 to purchase, but then you could buy all 3 of them for $35. So I just did that.
Oh, okay.
So you can watch them all, and they're like all 4K.
Nice.
Oh yeah, drive-in within the U.S. are open.
Oh yeah, it's I guess kind of a shame that drive-ins died because that's like the perfect idea for right now.
No. They're not dead.
Wow.
They've like made a comeback, and
I've never been to one. I certainly don't know of any near me.
Yeah, you might be surprised. I bet there is one near you. I really liked it. You know, I've seen like people have been mixed on it, but I really had a lot of fun with it. It takes a little while to get. It feels a little weird at first, and you know, Keanu Reeves. It's very. I knew that he was not going to be able to like get back into that character the same way. But it takes a little while for them to settle in. But it was just a lot of fun.
Oh.
It was very.
I accidentally saved and quit. Oops.
Right at 979, we're like within 30. I'm gonna screenshot if we make it to that 1,000.
There's gotta be an easy one I can get here.
but I mean, I thought it was fun. Bill is acted, I think, a little bit, but he's been more directing, I guess. Like he did that. He did like that Napster documentary. It was supposed to be really good.
I have never really figured out the trick to luring the eel out reliably.
There's a donation I missed up here from BDon 3434 for $2. Thank you. Saying close to 1,000 viewers. Tell your friends. Let's go. We're at 986. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the first time ever. We're gonna pass 1,000 viewers.
You're feeling confident.
$9.95.
Oh man.
Oh, Larry Clark saying topped out at $9.93, then a bunch left. It still says $9.95 here. I'm sure. I think if a small bunch left when he accidentally quit. That was $9.93. I'm gonna get my screenshot ready. It still says $9.93 here.
Some people saw it. Mine says 986.
What?
Mine says 9. No, not mine's. It was 986. And now it's 992.
There's a $2.99 from Gaming Blow saying 1,000 decent. I need to be able. I need to see the 1,000 here, so I can take a screenshot of it. 1,000 people.
Doesn't
That's
count if
crazy.
Coury doesn't see it.
Oh, there it is. 1,006.
Oh, I got 1,002. There it is.
I'm gonna save the image here. My desktop. Where's... Come on, why isn't it letting me? All right. There are 1,006, 1,008. There's 10 Canadian dollars from Jeremy Hopkins. Saying happy 1,000. We did it. We
Can't believe
1,000 there. $2 for Vanessa saying 1,000 congrats. 1,000 people.
That's pretty wacky.
It's crazy to me. It's been like a culmination, honestly, of gosh, when was our first stream? It's been 5 years since we started. I think started doing streams. $2 from Jonathan G saying I was here, so were you. 1,000 souls for MLiG. 1,000 souls are ours. We did it. When was our first live stream? This is when our first live stream was.
What game did we play?
Castle of Illusion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Back when it was called the episode debrief.
Oh yeah. Like the idea was that we would play something relevant to what was the episode and why am I screwing up? I am not playing this level my best for 1,000 people. I normally do pretty good on this level.
Oh my gosh. Our first stream? Oh no, that's not right. Our first stream on YouTube. Get this.
Okay.
Get this. Our first stream on YouTube, that was not on Twitch, it was on YouTube. 1 week ago last week.
Wow.
5 years ago to the day last Sunday.
Crazy.
And you want to know? So that was August 23rd, 2015. You
That
wanna
was
know
on my
what's
birthday?
You know what also is really funny is at that stream, I was also at my mom's house.
Really? Oh, that was when you were streaming in your old bedroom before she
Yeah.
moved to Florida.
Yeah.
I remember that stream. What was I playing?
What?
What was I playing?
Yeah, that was the Sega Genesis and RGB.
Ah.
That was you playing Revenge of Shinobi poorly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So there was a $4.99 donation from Chad Wolf saying congrats on 1K. Any thought on the MVSX arcade cabinet? We were contacted to look at it eventually when it comes out by the same person who sent the Neo Geo arcade sticks. So hopefully I'll probably be doing another video like I did with John Linneman on that one. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I have no idea where I'd set it up. But I'm excited to see what it has. I mean, at least it has shock troopers on it. I wish that they would really tone it down the amount of fighting games. I don't know. I get why doing it. But in Holt, there is a 1 or 99.99 donation
Whoa.
from Retro Dream.
I see that Dreamcast logo in the super chat up there. Thank you. Wow.
And boom, pure love. Come on, who's with me?
Well,
Who's with me?
well, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Dang. We're gonna keep
Y'all are
it going.
too kind.
All right, what? 1,048.
I am so bad at throwing Bowser. I wish I was better at throwing Bowser.
And I'm saying Retro Dream, I want your babies. The greatest dude in supercharged history, Retro Dream.
Wow!
What? What?
A blue flame got me, like, at exactly the right timing to force me to throw Bowser into a mine, but I fell off the stage.
and you know, on standby, onlookers reported that there's blue flames coming out of his mouth. For level, the game says once you have Bowser spinning, just hold in the direction you want to throw him, let go. You have some room to do this before your swing slows down.
Hold in the direction. I'm not sure really holding in the direction means anything. It's all about the timing, I think.
Well, at least 2 people got my poorly worded Big Trouble in Little China reference of Blue Flame.
Oh. Ah, not enough speed.
Thank you, Retro Dream.
Yes.
1,000 people. Oh, is this? Are you at the end of the game?
Yeah, this is the final Bowser.
What?
This is the final Bowser.
I feel like we gotta keep it going a little while. I gotta give Retro Dream his money's worth.
Well, I'll
Oh, you're gonna do the.
Yeah, I'll do the high res version or the high res textures
Oh, okay.
or whatever. That should work.
Yeah, we're gonna use the high res texture. Anytime I hear someone use the word res, I say internally to myself, I'm sure I'm the only person in the world that does this, but I say I got an 830 res at Dorcio.
Don't know what you're talking about.
From you've probably never seen American Psycho.
Don't think so. Did it.
I did it. We did it.
You know, I think I told this story on a Backloggery stream recently. That back in the day, there's this shot in the ending here when he goes in front of the castle. It's just a shot of the front of the castle before Mario lands. And one of my friends back in the day was like, that shot before Mario is in the frame, like, it looks real. It just looks real. And I remember like one time we beat the game. It's gonna be right here. Right here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, there it is.
I gotta wait for it now.
And I remember
that looks real?
Yeah. Well, of course, this was on a CRT, you know, in RF quality, okay? But I remember, like, we were playing Mario 64 and beat Bowser, and my mom came into the room, and he was like, you gotta look at this. Like, he's like, before Mario hits the ground, like, it looks real. And I just remember when that shot came on screen, like we just like both turned and looked at my mom, like, and she just gave the fakest.
And you know what? I get it now. I get doing that kind of stuff. You're like, oh, really?
Oh, with your kids, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Sandy's barking at Mario. Yeah, but I'll just never forget that. Just
we had a $5 donation from Dennis.
oh look, Toad and Princess froze because they were in the
They're out of the screen.
out of the 4x3. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on. I know.
There it is. That's the deal breaker. There it is. They didn't fix that. The game was like perfect until that happened.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm over it now. Terrible.
There's $5 from Dennis Batista saying, "Watching from Panama, love your channel. Congrats on 1,000 viewers."
Well, thank you.
Thank you. There was also a $5 donation from Aaron Welsh saying, 1,100 watching and the shirts come off. Try us to do the truffle shuffle. I don't think anybody, like everyone would leave. I'm gonna fill up my water.
Dancing to the ending music, Sandy. Keep it up. Good job. She's not a huge doggo. She's just fluffy. Yeah, Sandy's doing the truffle shuffle. Yeah, I wasn't playing the 60 FPS patch. A friend compiled several versions and gave them to me, but the 60 FPS one didn't work. I just didn't put in the time to really troubleshoot it. Two to one dog to hair ratio. Oh, little bro currently playing Mario 64. I don't know how little that little bro is, but it's always a good classic to play for any age.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game. Darn right, Matt. This game has aged so well, it's crazy. I mean, it's true. It's true. People who think otherwise, they're wrong. They're wrong. Rears, the next video is most likely going to be the updated EverDrives that Coury has already worked on, actually. And you know, it's possible later this year, if the whole rumor of a 3D Mario collection turns out to be true, it's entirely possible later this year could stream Mario 64 again. Oh, Mario's not supposed to say that line until after the music ends. I never thought about that. I wonder why that would have happened. I noticed, I want to say the title screen on it, you know, they don't do this on PC games, but it's locked up as it should be. As it should be. So let's see. I've got a little trackpad and keyboard that I got to control this computer, because this is a secondary computer that I don't want to have like a full-size keyboard and mouse hooked up to. So here is the HD version. Oh, let's see. Bag of Schmidt with $1 saying Credit Song is the best song in the game. It is very good. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite in the game, but it is a very good one. Now, someone had commented that, you know, it was a 4:3 background on the title screen. And here is widescreen, obviously, because they've replaced the assets. You know, you can see like there's high-res text, high-res Mario face on the files.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
Peach's eyelash textures, high-res, the crown jewels, the text in the note. I don't know if that's just like AI upscale or what's going on there. The clouds are still pretty low-res looking. You can see this, like I said, this is a CPU from like probably like 8-ish years ago, and I'm getting a GPU from, I would guess, probably 5-ish years ago. So this is not a cutting-edge computer. I don't love the Mario life counter icon. Like he's kind of got this like creepy sparkle in his eye. Yeah, so he is slow. It's like it runs fine most of the time. There's actually rumble here when certain things do rumble. Like the long jump rumbles for some reason.
Henry Clark says, "What a gosh darn wait a gosh darn second! Did we just merely make an entire stream without a single pootie?" Yeah, I told my brother about Pootie today.
Oh yeah.
Pootie, get over here! I might have a picture of Pootie. I can show everyone.
Oh, is Pootie a her?
No.
I thought you said show her.
Oh, I mean, I can show you.
See,
You wanna see them
this
build?
texture just has like noise added to it.
Look at this. What do you think about that? Like,
Wow, that man, you look like you had as much hair as I used to have at one point.
I know. Look at that. This is like me. This is a picture on the wall at my dad's house. I was like, I gotta take a photo of that. That's me. Yeah. In 1996.
Whoa, this is running pretty sluggishly on my computer. Like, fairly detailed grass texture. Look at the trees. The trees look so weird because they've got that same like bulbousness to them, but they're just like so high res. Yeah, this version would have been a struggle to have played the whole thing for my computer, I think. I mean, I've definitely got a computer that would run this fine, but the worst computer in my house is the gaming computer, so. Because, yeah, since people may not realize what I'm doing here, I have like my older computer hooked up to
There's Pootie right there.
I have it hooked up like with a bunch of like emulators and stuff on it, so I can do that. But since I don't really play PC games a lot, and certainly nothing really high end, I just use this computer for it, and I have it running through my Denon receiver just like it's another console. So, you know, yeah, I'm not doing like a screen capture like you normally would. You know, so I'm not using any resources to capture this. It's just another console, basically.
I graduated high school in 1997.
That's so crazy to me. Like, same year Final Fantasy VII came out. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was in college.
There's a rumble when.
I think it's funny
You
about
jump
this
in the
picture that I'm like sitting on leaning against a chair. Like, so I'm like sitting on the chair backwards. Obviously. Like my arms are like on the back of the chair. The tie is like way too big. And it's like the shirt is like this denim style shirt. denim style button down. I really like the Mister. I brought it with me, but I have not had a chance to play it. I thought maybe I'd play it more.
Why do that when you can just play slot machines in Dragon Quest 11 all day?
For some reason, yeah. I like the slow motion. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
What we got? We got Lon TV is in the chat.
Oh, hey.
As a $5 donation from Chris saying, this reminds me of when I tried the DirectX render for Unreal Gold. It hammers my CPU because the game is single-threaded.
Ah.
You need some threads that look like this.
I don't know how this is programmed. Like if the port can in any way optimize. I mean, this is an Intel CPU, but like, you know, people always, you know, criticize that 3DS video where I was running Citra on a Threadripper. It's like, oh no, emulation isn't optimized for multiple threads. Of course it's not. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been just about a year since Retro World.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would have been, you know, like really soon if it wasn't canceled.
Yeah.
But they rescheduled. You know, they are planning. It's gonna be in August. About this to be the same time next
Oh really?
year. Yeah. They released a thing showing the dates is gonna be like the 27th and 28th of August.
Hopefully it doesn't interfere with Long Island.
Mm-hmm. There is a $1.99 from based Chad Barska AG. Thank you. Saying 64DD controller chip dumped mod chip incoming.
Interesting. Can you run 64DD games on like an EverDrive?
Yeah. There was a question earlier from Craig Wan saying, what kind of music did you guys listen to back in your school days that aren't video game soundtracks?
Not really much of anything for me, but I know Coury actually has taste, so. I mean, movie soundtracks? Is that a valid answer?
I mean, I did listen to some game soundtracks, but they weren't very accessible in the U.S. at the time, specifically.
No,
anyway,
but I mean, that was what I was into. I mean, I've just, like I've said many times, I've just never gotten interested in like music for music's sake or pop culture music. It's just, I don't know. Never resonated with me.
Rex the Sheepy Tina is saying in the chat exactly what my music that I listened to back then and I do still a lot today. I mean, now is considered dad music. Say that the dad music is like for my taste. I'm like, that's what it is. I mean, you got to realize that when I was a teenager, it was the 90s, and it was the beginning of the 90s.
Which is basically the 80s.
No. I'm talking like 92 on the grunge / alternative era. Like the Road Rash 3DO soundtrack. Type stuff. I mean, I like some Offspring stuff, but I was never. Dexter Holland's voice was like really annoying to me as a teenager. I've come to appreciate it more now. But back then, Bad Religion. Yeah, I saw Bad Religion. I mean, I've talked about it a lot, that I saw, you know, seeing REM on the Monster Tour was like a pivotal moment in my life. Like the first big show that I ever went to, and it changed my life.
Here we go!
Tell I'm a Macarena connoisseur. I mean, I've always liked Nirvana, but I felt that I got kind of sick of them after a while, and I couldn't. Oh, look at that! See, you know, Wayne Michael. You know, I was just listening to. I was like listening to like just a mix, just like a shuffle the other day, and Our Lady Peace 4 a.m. came on, and I was like, oh man, I haven't heard this song in so long, and I immediately listened to the entirety of Happiness Is Not a Fish You Can Catch. That's my favorite OLP album, and you know, they were very popular in Canada, but I think that because I grew up outside of Buffalo, so there was a lot of, there's a lot of crossover there.
I guess they did not up-res Whomp's textures.
I've seen Our Lady Peace several times. Both at like festivals and concerts where they were the headline. What else? But I mean, Nirvana, like I do like, but I just got real burnt out because I had several friends who that's like all they would listen to. I mean, there's only a few songs on Nevermind that I can like really even have any interest in listening to. Just because they just like listen to it so much. Let's see what other bands. Yeah, Jamie White. You know, Crush the Eyeliner, great song. Like that whole album is so good. Although New Adventures in Hi-Fi is my favorite REM. It's like between that and Life's First Pageant. They're my two favorites.
Nothing in this level looks particularly up-resed.
Yeah, in the southern tier, I grew up in Jamestown. So right there, yeah.
Whoa! Why? I didn't think I hit the Z button. I don't know why I did ground pound.
Get it together. You're into Image. Went to Fredonia. Oh, nice. Caitlin Ricks, a good friend of mine runs the one of the GameStop. I think it's like, so maybe in a mall in Olean or something. Like at one of the GameStops, like the Olean GameStop. He like is the manager there. Like he's worked there for a super long time. When I worked for them, like, gosh, like 20 years ago. Like when he started.
Oh wow.
That's funny. That's funny.
I just want to see if they upgrade Bowser at all, but I'm guessing.
You go in there, say like, sometimes watch our show, and then you watch a live stream where I said that you should say hi to him.
Doesn't look like they upgrade any assets in the Bowser fight, other than maybe those balls are. It might be. Yeah, the balls are like high res. Are the mines high res? No, the mines are not high res.
We got another $1.99 from Gaming
Oh,
Blue.
Bowser's
Same.
got dithering. Interesting. Like the
Gaming Blow
dither.
says, I just want to donate again. 1K, so proud.
Well, thank you. Had no expectation of that happening tonight, especially not after all that internet trouble.
Yeah. What was it? There was another thing. BK Rich is saying, I feel like remember Corey saying you lived in Brooklyn. Is that Brooklyn, New York? I might be wrong. I lived in Brooklyn, New York for 12 years.
A secret
Actually,
star lies here.
In 2003.
Does anyone here remember like L is real 48 or whatever the heck the number was?
Are you telling me like you haven't followed any of this stuff?
Wait,
About like how they found Luigi's assets in like one of the beta versions?
oh sure. I've heard about that, but like back in the day, the blurry texture that was on this statue plaque, people said it was L is real like 47. SNES man thinks it was 47. I don't remember.
24.
But yeah, I mean, there were all these rumors about like, I mean, just the classic playground.
Well, there was the whole thing about
Well, yeah, he really
they discovered all of the assets for him, and then discovered them like on something that was like the numbers like coincided with the day. Like it was actually like coincided with the actual day it was discovered. It was like the like I don't remember what it was. It's just kind of a crazy number the way that it worked out.
huh.
I forgot.
But yeah, but back in the day though, like people like were, because this little plaque, this whole little fountain, I mean, it does nothing. There are no secrets to this fountain.
That's Falcon Punch is right. Okay, so L is real 2401. So like Luigi was discovered like in the hacked stuff material, and it was 24 years and 1 month after the release of the game. And that's what the sign says is 2401.
Well, it's super blurry though. It doesn't actually say anything.
But the general consensus was that it was 2401 for like the longest time, and it ended up being 24 months and 1 day from the release of the game or something like that.
That's funny. Well,
Let's go just a little bit more. Just like do a couple more.
just do a couple
Still
more.
over 1,000. I know that it's like it's getting late. Getting late.
The color on this wall feels different. I mean, it's obviously a totally redone texture. That one was not up-resed, but a lot of the others have been. So there was a 999 from Adam Jenkins.
Yeah.
Whoa! It totally
Congrats on
changed the lava texture.
Also, your Game Boy video has me second guessing an LCD upgrade and just doing a Game Boy GB Boy and calling it good. It's interesting seeing people decide what is important to them and what's not important to them with that video.
Right,
I mean,
because there have been just as many people saying like, "Oh, gee, I'm not going to get one now, thanks." And now, but there's other people who are like, you know, I think I'm still going to get one. You know, and that's
even on
that's good.
On
That,
Twitter,
I mean,
there was somebody who said, what did they say? Someone on Twitter says like, I watched the latest episode of My Life in Gaming, and and by the end I was like, an IPS screen would be pretty cool, I guess. You know, so it's like a good, it's like letting people decide for themselves.
yeah. I mean, some people aren't going to care about the problems I mentioned. Did I finish? I think I might have been talking about around the time the stream was failing, but a lot of people responded saying that there's a feature on like IPS gaming monitors called Overdrive that I was under the impression you might be able to adjust on monitors, but it basically it's trying to. Well, see, this is so interesting because the dither effect works in this version. That's so interesting. I wonder what was done in compiling this version. But anyway, what was I saying? What was I talking about? I'm already off on something else. Oh yeah, the overdrive. Like apparently it like is sort of meant to get around some of the inherent
Like I wonder
latency.
if it'd be a service thing.
Maybe I don't know. So
Is it on that makes it have the issues? It being on?
correct, but if you didn't have it on, it's possible that it might not have as good of response time in general. Like it's basically meant to improve response time and latency, but in certain situations you might get noise like that because it's trying to do some unwholesome things to get around it.
Unwholesome thing.
Yeah, that was I feel like that was maybe a term that was used in a comment one time about like a program was trying to force like a game to do something that it wasn't supposed to do. It said it was trying to make it do some unwholesome things. That's become one of my favorite ways to describe something like a piece of hardware or a piece of code like it's trying to do something, but it's like maybe a bit of an ill-advised approach that gives some maybe some undesirable results. And holy crap, what is going on in here? What? The camera is way screwed up in here. What is going on? What is going on in here?
It looks like it's real. It falls down.
It looked like it was like a VR view or something.
Yeah, what is? It's kind of cool, actually. Very cinematic looking. Oh, you found the biggest problem. You know what I like about this is that the big key is the same big key from Zelda.
Oh yeah, I
the
guess
boss.
it is. I mean, I've always interpreted it as being Bowser, but in
But it's
this,
the same thing as the big key, right? The boss key.
yeah, I guess it is basically the
I can't
same.
believe that you never even thought about that. Come on.
Because I always saw it as Bowser.
Good vibe collecting is saying exactly what we're all thinking. That it looks too real to be real.
It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh wow. Okay, so it has to do with the wing cap. Like the camera, at least on this more HD version, the wing cap, like the camera is screwed up when you're using the wing cap.
Oh, it's cool though. It's kind of like at an angle almost. It's waiting on. I'm trying to say it's like freaking witchcraft. I feel like you have all these catchphrases. You know. Like maybe too real to be real should be like a thing.
It should be on a shirt.
Yeah.
Too real to be real.
Or it's like freaking witchcraft.
You know, this weird flying angle kind of makes me think it would be fun to have like a PC port of Pilotwings 64 with like Google Earth satellite view for little states.
Oh man. Well, I mean that's basically what it's not Pilotwings, but I mean imagine Pilotwings running in the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh yeah.
2020. Have you been watching anything on that?
I watched the DF video on it. Like I'm totally game that when it comes out on Xbox One or Series X.
Watch LGR's video on it. It's just really fun to watch.
I'm definitely game it. Like if nothing else, I think it's going to be like a fun way to I think it's going to be a fun way to like have like some B-roll in videos, like, you know, if we might be talking about like, you know, a certain location in the real world where, you know, maybe where a certain mod comes from or where a certain game was developed, you know, fly over Australia when we're talking about Tim Worthington, you know, like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it'd be fun. I mean, I wouldn't do something like that for like a documentary, but I feel like it's fun for just a regular episode.
Honestly, if anything looks too real to be real, I mean, it's a pretty good, accurate description for that game.
Yes, Andy, it's too real to be real.
Bandy's too real to be real. Yeah, like Miller, I just want to play it. Just like watching videos on it. And
have you ever played one? I've never played one.
Around. You don't even have to fly. You can just like explore the world, I guess. And what he was able to do, I guess, when he lived in where he grew up, the way that it models the ground, how it uses data to like 3D render certain places.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess one of the places that's like very, very deeply 3D rendered is I think it's Winston-Salem.
Oh, I mean that's my hometown.
Right. And the thing is, see, this is what you might be interested in, is he was able to maneuver the camera to exactly where his house was.
Is his house still there?
But he was able to not go inside of the house, but he could like maneuver the camera inside of where his house was and like look out his old bedroom window and it looked exactly the same.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
So now you got to do the same.
Why would Winston-Salem be rendered in high fidelity of all places?
It has the data like something like 400 cities are completely 3D rendered. Like they use like this data so that everything is the correct height and everything like every house is basically represented. Yeah, Bing Maps uses it.
That's just so crazy. The lava texture in here is high res too.
I mean, when you install it, it comes on like a bunch of DVDs, and then you install it, and it has to download 90 gigs of map data.
I mean, it is coming to Xbox, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's supposed to be. But I mean, obviously that's a lot of data.
It's a $2 donation from Ben Brody saying, "Seriously, Coury, take the lantern home with you."
You should ask your mom.
I can ask.
Like you're like, do you use this? I mean, wouldn't that be such a great prop for a video sometime?
It could be, yeah. Costanza's saying, at what point do we start roasting a dude? We always used to make fun of, when I was in high school, we used to make fun of the voice of our gym teacher, Mr. Carlson. Was that his name?
Well, they had some noise to that
But
effect.
he used to always give, the composer of the show's theme song, Matt McCheskey, but always his older brother, Mr. Carlson, would always give him a hard time, saying like, "What are you doing, McCheskey? Smoking doobies? What are you doing back there, smoking doobies?"
If you went back and listened and heard him again, he probably would sound nothing like it's like been in your head all these years.
Like this, like very short, stocky guy with a mustache. He's like, had a very like grunty kind of voice. Smoke. What are you doing, McCheskey? Smoking doobies?
I know it's funny, Sandy. Yeah. Woof. Is smoking doobies the next booty?
It could be.
Whoa, they did some unwholesome things to the textures right here.
Unwholesome.
They did. Look at it. It looks terrible.
Sandy is one of your smoking doobies.
Doc wants some doobie snacks.
So you want to see my quick Florida Target and Best Buy clearance pickups?
Oh, did you get some good stuff? You didn't text me, so it must have not been that good.
There's only one. I mean, I didn't assume you'd have any. There's only one copy of two of these, and the other one I just assumed is something you wouldn't want.
Okay.
I was able to get for $11.98 from Target. I was able to get the Xbox version of Bloodstained.
Oh, cool. I think that one runs in native 4K.
Yeah, so that's 20 years. And Best Buy had on clearance for $14. I got a new Super Lucky Sale.
Oh, okay.
Which
I thought you didn't like that game very much, though.
I heard it's kind of completely different in this one.
Oh, really?
I mean, it seems like more fun of a system.
Yeah, it seems more appropriate, I guess.
And for $11, I got the Switch version of Raiden 5, the director's cut. That's all I got. You never know what you might find.
Here we go!
I mean, this Bloodstain went from $39.99 directly to $11.98.
I bought a bunch of games on Best Buy's website recently that were clearance priced.
Yeah, I mean,
I got
sometimes I'm surprised because I scanned Super Lucky's Tale and it shows up as clearance on the website, but it's like $34.99 clearance. So that's why you never know if you go to a store. Okay. Yeah,
I got let's see, I got the Xbox version of Onimusha.
Oh yeah.
Let me think. What else did I get? I bought the PS4 version of Asterix and Obelix XXL2, which our good friend Audie is a champion of, as all Europeans should be, I guess. Which I guess I think it's a PS2 game, but it's, you know, HD port.
Yeah.
And what else did I get? I got one or two other things. What else did I get? Man, I cannot deal with this wing cap camera. I think I got something. It was something else on the Xbox, I think. I recently, one of the things that I saw on Best Buy was they had the PS4 version of Alliance Alive HD was clearance, but not the Switch version. Do you know what that is?
Of what?
Alliance Alive.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a 3DS game from the same people that did Legend of Legacy, which is one of those what games that that I put in the 3DS episode. I started playing that game. I didn't finish it. It's kind of got a bit of a dry structure to it. But I heard that like Alliance Alive is very, like, the core of the game is very, very cool, and I love the art style and the music in it. But the structure of the game was just not that interesting. I'd like to give it another shot, but it just wasn't grabbing me at that time. But Alliance Alive is apparently much more like, got like actual normal like JRPG structure to it. And they made an HD version for the Switch and PS4. But the PS4 version was on clearance, but it was sold out, and the Switch version was still like expensive. And I was looking around, and like it looks like the Switch version is like getting expensive in some places, and the PS4 version is pretty uncommon too. So I ordered a copy. I found a copy of the PS4 version for like $35. So I think that game's going to possibly be kind of rare. And it seems like a game I would like. So
yeah,
I think I saw the PS4 version. I think has 4K support, so probably worth getting the PS4 version over Switch, even though it seems like it fits for Switch.
Get this last star and call it for the night.
Yeah.
But it just kind of hurt to sit on this.
Oh yeah, I forgot you've been on the floor this whole time. I mean, I've played through the game like 1 1/3 times basically. 1 1/4 maybe, more like a little more than 1 1/4.
I have to get up early enough to run out and do a bunch of stuff for my mom. Tomorrow's my last day here, and I drive back on most of the way on Sunday, or not Sunday, on Tuesday. I drove down on Sunday.
What day are you picking up your?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Alrighty.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Well,
This was an unexpected stream. I'm gonna have to clean up the stream archives a little bit because 3 different.
Oh
versions.
yeah, you're gonna have to stitch it together.
Oh no, I'm just gonna. Well. Oh, hang on. There might be 3 different. Yeah, I'll have to get. There's one really short one. It's only 3 minutes long. I'll just delete that. So I just get the first one and the second one. Then. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, unexpected milestone stream.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who joined, and then even if you returned after we had that downtime, made it to 1,000. I didn't think it'd be possible.
Interesting. The camera didn't zoom in when he did I'm a tired.
I'm tired. But thanks to everybody who donated. Everyone very, very generous. Thank you so much.
Yes. And
look for us back here in our normal setup. I'll be streaming once again next week.
yeah, so don't expect any internet problems. But I might make some calls tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Take care. Oh, $2 from Chris saying, I'm tired.
I'm tired. Oh, spaghetti.